Hello, 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 hello. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm really with it today. Not really. I was just a little bit distracted. But I got my glove on, so I am ready to roll and I want to paint some auroras. Mostly because it was just so pretty. Like actually seeing the aurora, I was beyond amazed by it. So put up with me because hopefully this will turn out good. I have a whole bunch of just different aurora pictures in front of me to use as kind of like inspiration. You know, just general ideas. Although a lot of times the general idea is not what I end up doing. Good evening, Georgia. How are you? I'm going to try to paint a picture. I mean, we'll see how it all works out, you know? Alright, let's start. I hope everybody had better weather than I did. This has been it's been something, you know? It has definitely been interesting weather. Although today wasn't bad at all. In fact, today I ended up out in the garden filling my raised bed that I made. So, I mean, that part was kind of good. I'm sort of getting an idea of how a little bit to do this, kind of. I have no idea if this is the right way to paint or not. Hello, Becky! And Pat, hey! The gang is like all here or something. I'm going to try and paint a picture. So, did anybody else get the really nasty weather, or was it just here? Because I was trying to look for a while on online, and then I kind of started losing power, and yeah, then it became much harder to actually keep up with what on earth the weather was actually doing. So our power was yucky. I'm just gonna go with yucky. Our power was not good for the last couple of days. Oh, I am hoping that the raised bed turns out good. I think it will because I'm getting the soil from my mom and my grandma's old garden, and their old garden was so good. You know, it has about 50 years worth of my grandpa and then my mom, like raking stuff and bringing soil and, you know, just enriching the soil for like 50 years. And then on top of that, my, the last couple times that we've had trees taken down, they've just shredded chipped the trees and laid it over that garden soil, and all of that tree mulch is what I'm putting in the bottom of the raised bed, and then the top's going to be the good soil from the garden. So, yeah, Pat, we completely lost power for what? Well, we completely lost power pretty much all day yesterday. And then it just ugh. It was no fun. I'm still kind of mad and pouty about it. I was not a happy camper, to say the least. But then again, I tend to be sort of a whiny baby anyway. I don't like it when the weather is just terrible. So I would have made the world's worst pioneer, to say the least. If that doesn't just sound utterly ridiculous. You know, I think the best part about digital art is the fact that there are a few, not necessarily cheats that you can do, but there are a few brushes that are cool. Well, today was actually a lot nicer, so, you know, I mean, okay, I don't want to put those in yet. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. I want to get the stars and the water in before I do anything else. Alright. Although I do need to do... I'm fine. Yep. There we go. I want to put that in there, and then I want to do... Can I go back to my favorites, please? I know I'm not dumb. Wow. How am I messing up this bad? Anyway, our weather was yuck. I deeply objected to it. Although today was better, you know? I did get a little bit of filming done over the last couple days, but I'm kind of sort of behind on my videos now. Hey Lori, how are you doing? Alright. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm just, yeah. My brain is damaged. It's okay. Alright, back to it. I was like so confused there for a minute. Alright, let's get a little bit of dark sky in here. There we go. But yeah, I mean, I figure we've got to be getting some good weather at some point. Because it can't be nasty weather all the time, right? And I did get a little bit of good done. Since I had no internet, it kept me away from all video games and social media pretty much. Which meant I actually read, in the last 2 days, I read 3 books. So that was kind of fun, I guess. And I got some cleaning done, which I needed to do. So, I mean, you know, I guess you take the good with the not nearly as much fun good. Fun good. I don't know if that actually makes sense, but you know. The wind, I think, is what did it. Oh my gosh, okay. I don't know if I can pull this up without messing everything up, but I will try to. I have no right to complain, although it's not going to actually stop me from complaining. Because, you know, human's gonna human. But not very far to the north and west of me, the little bit of rain and snow that I got was nothing. So let me see if I can pull this up really quick. La-di-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Yeah, this is the one I want. And then I need to do another thing real quick. And pull that down and pull this on top. And then just, I think, move this over here. There we go. and do this. And I don't know if you can read this or not. Let me know if you can. Probably can. Let me do... Not that. Alright. I don't know if you can read this or not, but this is the snow that was just to the north and west of me between April 29th and May 2nd. In Herman, Michigan, they got 52 inches of snow. In Three Lakes, they got 35.5 inches. In Carlshend, they got 29 inches. In Marquette, they got 28. In Clarksburg, they got 23. In Ishpeming, they got 22. Like, it was absolutely stupidly insane. I can't even... I cannot fathom, if you want to know the truth. You know? That much snow is stupid. And I hate it. Like, it was silliness. We're just gonna go with it was very, very much silliness. Did I get this wrong? Hang on, let me get this. You can see the weird pictures here. But I forgot to do that. There we go. Okay, back to it. I fixed it. Yeah, I just looking at all of that. Oh, I almost did cry, Lori. I was just like, are you kidding me? Why is it snowing? Why is it snowing this much in May? And like I said, we didn't even get that much. I mean, we did get a little bit of, like, what do you call it? The frozen stuff. Yep, my brain is just going away now. We did get a little bit of, like, freezing rain and that other very yucky stuff. But it could have been a lot worse. I could have gotten 53 inches of snow. Like, legitimately, that set a new record. The only place that has gotten more snow than that, that is not in the mountains, is near the mountains of, like, the Rockies. It's just silliness. Yeah, we got a little bit of sleet, and we did get a couple inches of snow. We ended up getting, I would say, about, I think all told, we maybe got about 4 inches over the span of a couple of days. But we didn't get 53, you know? And I am forever grateful for that, because I don't know that I could have handled that much snow. I mean, I could have, because you don't end up having a whole heck of a lot of choice, but still. I did end up making my specialty yesterday of kerosene heater top ramen, because we did end up having to drag the kerosene heater out, which I didn't drag the heater out until it was, I would say, about 57 inside the house, and then I was like, okay, it is time to pull out the heater, because this is getting a little bit dumb. But you know, eventually the lights came back on, and I felt much more like a human. But it took a while. I'm trying to make sure that I put at least some of the stuff into the water that's in the sky before we move on to another layer. There, we have a background. Like nowhere near the finish, but now I can actually add another layer and start going a little bit more. This is probably the best part about this whole digital art. Just all the different layers and things that you can add. It's kind of awesome. I like it. All right, now we need some auroras. Anyway, it was interesting. Now, other things that are interesting, right before I started this live, Tripod was outside, and Tripod is very cute, and I still like him a lot. So I was happy to see him. He seems to be doing pretty good. Like, I really like Tripod. Don't worry, this will not look like this here in a little bit. I'm learning, though, a little bit. Mostly what I'm learning is how to enjoy the digital tools a lot. I want some blue in there too. Oh, yeah, one of the books that I ended up reading, and I am so excited about, I have no idea when I'm going to read it on channel, but I finally read, or reread, that book, The Ghosts, that I ordered, that, I can't remember, I think it was, her name was Patricia, that kind of reminded me about the book, or tracked it down for me, or whatever. Anyway, I read it yesterday, and it was every bit as good as I remembered. In fact, it might have even been better. I was so excited to find it. It was funny because I was reading it, and then when I finished, my son was like, "Did you really just finish that book?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I don't have anything else distracting me. Of course I'm going to finish a book in a couple hours. You know, this is the best part about digital art, is the stuff that you can do that you could not do with conventional art as easily. Oh, I like that. Yay! Now we put it in the water and then we make it ripple. Oh, if you can find the ghosts, it is so good. Although, like I said, I'll probably be reading it on channel eventually. I just don't know when, because we have a decent number of Song of the Lioness, and then maybe even the Becca Cooper books, because they're so darn good. that's really pretty. Okay, I like this. Now, maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little yellow one. Or a brighter green. Not too much more, though. I just want a couple of flares. I think seeing the aurora was just the coolest thing, you know? Especially seeing it as bright as it was that night. It was very cool. And it actually has made it so I've been keeping up with space weather on Twitter in hopes that we have another magnetic storm that intense that I don't have cloud cover for. Okay, if I do any more to this, I'm gonna hate it, so we'll just pull down a little bit. There. Now we just have to do more stuff. That didn't really sound like English, but you know, that's okay. Yeah, Clan of the Cave Bear is very good, but it is definitely quite involved. I've been looking at maybe rereading it, but I think I'm missing one of them. I don't remember which one, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing one. Which makes it a little bit less easy, I guess, to read. Unless I can find them. The sad part is, I think I have like 5 copies of Shelters of Stone, which is, I think, the more recent one. But I think I'm missing Valley of the Horses. Or one of them, anyway. So... And I hate to start a series if I don't have the whole thing, because then I'll just be frustrated. Alright, now I need you. A little bit smaller. Valley of the Horses is my favorite. I can't remember, that's the one at the end where baby leaves, right? That part always makes me cry. Kind of like a baby. Like, I think that is possibly the saddest thing ever, is when that cave lion leaves. And then I just cry like a little baby. It's a good story, though. It really is. I can't remember if I really liked Shelters of Stone or the most recent one. It almost felt like it was just getting a little too much. I think the first two were my favorites. It's a good series. I don't know. But yeah, oh, here, I can actually just possibly... Oh no, I did pull it down here. No, I left it over there. Okay. So, if you can find it, the book is The Ghosts. Like I said, I will be reading it on channel eventually, but it's by Antonia Barber, and it is so good. Yeah, I know Winnie comes back, but I liked Baby better than Winnie. I love Winnie, but Baby. I love Baby. You know? He is Baby. It's a good series, though. It really, really is. Alright, I'm gonna need a water line and a couple more trees. So, I want trees. Happy little trees, just like Bob Ross says. Right? Right. I do just want a giant lion. I would love a giant lion. Can't you see me with a giant lion? It would fit in so good here. I mean, it would be just sort of the fulfillment of a life goal or something. I mean, I feel like a giant lion would fit in. I don't know what Parky would think of it. He would not be the ruler of the house anymore. I guess come to think of it, I wouldn't be the ruler of the house anymore either if I had a giant lion. Oops. Good job, me. I moved the entire painting. You can always tell when I start concentrating. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm doing fine. I would be a great giant lion, Mom. I just know it. Don't worry, there is a method to my madness of what I'm doing right now. Whether it's a great idea or a terrible idea, I'm not sure yet, but there is a method to my madness. Also, I think I just really wanted a birch tree in here, because birch trees are awesome. Happy little trees. Art is fun. I think that's been the biggest thing that I have relearned, is art is fun. Especially now that feel like I'm starting to figure these things out. Not entirely, by any means. But I feel like I'm finally starting to kind of figure out these tools a little bit. Oh, I love Mary Stewart's Merlin trilogy. I just reread that one recently. Oh, thank you. I'm trying. Not always succeeding, but I am trying. I was just saying, I feel like I'm finally getting at least a little bit of a handle on how to use this stuff. At least a little bit. Not perfect, but it's getting there. Alright, I need a white. I think my biggest problem is I always get too quiet when I start really concentrating. Maybe one of these days I'll get better at the whole chatting thing. Oh, so that was the other thing. When I went outside, right before I started this live, there were 5 deer out in my yard. I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, it's the Crystal Cave, the Hollow Hills, and I can't remember the third one now either. I'm like, Crystal Cave, Hollow Hills, and something. But darn it if I can actually remember what the other one is called. Ooh, that is way too big. I've got them. They're on my list of maybes. I have got such a huge list of maybes and possible books. It's almost funny. Like, there are so many books. I'm reading a series now that I'm like, oh, I bet people would love this one. And then I'm like, Christine, you already have like 2008 bazillion different books that you keep saying people would love. And yeah. The Last Enchantment. Thank you, Lori. See, I knew somebody was going to know it. But yeah, right now, after I finished The Ghosts yesterday, I started reading the Outstretched Shadow trilogy again, which I absolutely love. If you haven't read it, it is so good. Oh my gosh. It is just such a good trilogy. Possibly in my top 5. It's so funny because it's the one that actually got my it actually got my youngest son deeply into it, which is really, really hard. Oh, wait. The Last Enchantment is why you married your husband? And yeah, Clan of the Cave Bear is really, like, it's one of those books that it can be a hard read in places, but I read it at just the right time in my life when I was a teenager, and I'll tell you, I spent an entire probably 2 weeks up here at the cabin when it was still owned by my grandparents, trying my darndest to nap Flint. Because if Isla could nap Flint, then I'm sure I could too, right? It didn't work. I just broke a lot of rocks. But darn it, I tried. And that's the important thing, right? Or something. I think I'm probably putting too much into this picture now. It's just getting a little bit noisy. Isn't it Bob Ross that says you have to know when to stop, too? I'm just having so much fun with this one. Also, I really don't like this green that's over there from that water, but I think I would have to go down a layer. Is it layer 2? No, it would be layer 2. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself a little bit. It's okay. We're just gonna kind of diffuse that green a little bit. There we go. Get a diffusion. I mostly go for fantasy and sci-fi. I do really like some horror. Mostly Stephen King. Oh, thank you, Eleanor. This is try number 1. I'm probably going to do at least 1 or 2 more because, darn it, why not? I'm having fun. But yeah, this was... I like it. I think I like it. I should probably move the entire picture back into the center there. You know, I probably should remember to do fun things like actually sign these. It just feels weird to be signing a digital picture. But I probably should. There we go. Yay! Alright, let's do another one. Let me save this one. Because I actually really like it. And we want to do this as a JPEG, or it will take up all of the room that I possibly could have it for. Save. Yes. Hey! Is this Steve and Mark or just Mark? Everybody, by the way, these are some really good friends of mine, Steve and Mark. They have a channel. They are so awesome. Like, beyond awesome. I am usually chatting in their lives on Sunday nights. And I was telling Mark earlier that he should drop by my live because he and his husband Steve popped up in a really weird dream I had this week. And it was really, 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 really bizarre. So I guess to explain this, I have to go back in time. Hi, Steve and Mark. So yeah, you guys showed up in a dream that I had this week. And I have to explain that I have been dreaming about a house my entire life. Like, I could draw you floor plans of this house that I've been dreaming about my entire life. And I dreamt that you and Mark were up in the Upper Peninsula visiting, and I took you on a tour of this house. Thankfully, it was not in scary mode, because the house can be very cool or very scary. It can be fancy or it can be in ruins, but it's always the same house, and I can find my way around it, and for whatever reason, I was taking you guys through it. Don't ask me why, because I couldn't tell you. But it was a really, really, really weird dream. And I was like, I have got to tell Steve and Mark about this weird dream that I had. So yeah, this was our first painting. We're going to do another one, because that was fun, and I liked it. But now I want to do another one that maybe will be better. We'll see. So yeah, that was the weird dream. It was very, very, very weird. All right, let's do a new one. Yay! If I could, it's so weird because it's got like hidden stairways, and it's got hidden doorways, and some parts of it are ruined, but some parts of it are super, super fancy. It's a weird house. And yeah, I've been literally dreaming about this house since, well, for as long as I can remember. It's weird. I'm just gonna go with weird. It's very, very weird. Alright, let's see. Do I want to do another lake? I don't know what I want to do. You can tell that I am a woods dweller because I draw a lot of lakes and trees and woods. I think I want a darker sky this time, though. Oh, hey, June! You almost forgot that you were here? Hello, I am so happy to see you. I am wanting a darker sky this time. Maybe we'll do, like, some kind of a sunset. Probably over water, because I definitely seem to have a water thing going. You almost forgot that you are here. You know, I think the thing that I like the most about this particular art program is this blender. It is so cool. Just to kind of make everything soft and pretty and smeary. It's kind of awesome. So, Steve and Mark, did you guys get bad weather or not? I was showing everybody at the start of the stream, there are places just to the north of me that got 52 inches of snow over the past 4 days. It was a little bit of a stupid storm. I didn't get nearly that much, thankfully, but I was without power for a couple days, and that really sucked. I was not pleased about that. Oh, adulting does make time fly. Unfortunately. Boo hiss for adulting, although I guess we all have to do it. Even if we don't really want to. Alright, now we're gonna do that. And just lighten it a little bit. And then we need some sunset colors. I want a really bright sun. That's not gonna work, is it? You know what? All you need to do is just try. I mean, I don't feel like it's a can or can't thing. I really feel like it's like Bob Ross always said, anybody can start to do it. You just have to kind of start. I definitely didn't think I was going to be able to do much of anything. And then it started to actually kind of work out a little bit. It had possibly been, oh gosh, I don't even know. I think it had been like 30 or 40 years since I had really done much drawing or painting when I decided to do the picture of Bandit and Oscar. And that was kind of what started this all back off again. So actually it's a massive thank you to you and Steve for kind of getting me started again. So thank you. I appreciate it because I've been having so much fun with it. Alright. Oh, I'm totally gonna do water again. I just like it too much. Except if I'm gonna do water, it's gotta be... There we go. We need some watercolors, obviously. So, eventually, when I get off my butt, because I have been not the best lately, but eventually I actually am going to make you guys that care package from Michigan. I'm just kind of looking for the right things that need to go in it. Other than your Christmas present, which I never did get in the mail, because I am terrible. In fact, it's kind of sitting on my bookshelf in my room right now. It was one heck of a winter. We'll just put it that way. I did not have the best mental winter that I've ever had. I'm feeling all right now, though. But it was a very dark and very yucky winter. Alright, now I need that one again. But you know what? Everything will be alright because it'll be alright. Right? Right. But yeah, so I've decided that when I get around to actually sending you guys your Christmas present, it's going to have some Michigan care things in it. Adulting is hard, and life is hard, and you know what? You guys have had a run of... I'm so glad that you're in your new apartment. And Mark, I just got to watch your Real Talk video, and you know what? I feel like Mark and I shut down about the same. Like when I finally hit that breaking point, I do just the same. I'm like, yep, I'm done. Please don't talk to me because you will not like any of the things that I'm going to say. So, yeah, I definitely feel you there. Alright, I need a really good orange, I think. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. That is not the orange I want. Ooh, that's a good orange. Yeah, I try really hard not to let myself get like that, but the harder sometimes you try not to get in your head, the more in your head you get. Which is never a fun place to be, but you know, the important thing is that you got out of it. I'm hoping that you're still out of it, because you looked pretty good in the video. So, hopefully you're good. And hopefully I'm making any sense, because I am really good at just babbling. What do I do? Babble. When do I do it? Pretty much all the time, thank you very much. I'm glad. I always worry. I'm like, you know, I hope everybody is doing good. now we're going to blend this. And then we're going to start adding more things. What things? I don't know yet. All the things. I feel like most of my paintings end up kind of looking like dreams. But that's not terrible. Alright, now I need clouds. Because clouds sound like a good thing to have in my pictures. But they have to be pretty clouds. You know, it's funny. The Sunday Night Lives have become such a habit that I always worry about you guys when we don't get one. Not because I miss them, although I definitely do, but just mostly because I'm like, I hope Steve and Mark are okay. Oh, I like that. A little bit of this, not a lot. So what's going to be the next Steve Will Try It? There we go. Yay! Alright, now we need gold. And tiny. Yeah, it is a habit. It's kind of like, I'm trying to make every other Wednesday for these art streams, which I feel like is kind of helping me to get a little bit better at this. And then Fridays I do a gaming stream. And it's a lot of fun. You know, it's kind of a comfortable routine now. And of course, usually I get to see Becky and Lori and June, and sometimes I get to see Kai. You get to see the regulars, and it's just kind of a lot of fun. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool. Alright, I need to put some clouds in the water, obviously. Thank you, Lori! I'm having a lot of fun doing this, you know? Which I think is the whole idea behind the whole art thing. Is that it's supposed to be fun. And usually it is. Except on those occasions when I feel like nothing actually comes out right. Which does happen. Thankfully, this gets to be a little bit blurrier because it's water. And that's supposed to be yellow. Alright, a little bit of this. Then we'll add some land or something. Because right now it's just sky and water, and it probably needs a little bit of something. Ooh, I can tell I've been on an hour because my music just died. I will find some more music here in just a second. Oh yeah, definitely gonna need more music. Unlike Steve and Mark, I don't do well without extra noise in the background. There we go. I might need a little bit more of my wavy stuff. Steve and Mark are really chill. They do kind of an open chat on Sundays. I actually found them because I watch or kind of sort of got interested in watching commentary on a certain YouTuber named Foodie Beauty, who she's problematic, and I kept seeing Steve and Mark's channel pop up, and so I was like, I might as well click on it. I've never seen them, and I think it was just Steve talking at the time, and he was just so funny and relatable. And then I found out that Foodie Beauty is like barely anything on their channel. And most of their channel, Mark does crafts. Steve has been trying out like as seen on TV stuff. They talk about mental health. They're just all around amazing people. Steve and Mark are the greatest. And don't let them fool you. They really, really are. They're awesome. Foodie Beauty is a train wreck. But she's a train wreck I can't stop looking at. It's terrible. Like, I don't know what it is, but I definitely can't look away until the train wreck is, I guess, finished wrecking. Like, I've actually found a couple of different reaction channel, reaction channels that I would probably watch. I started watching them because of Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reed, because I refuse to actually watch those creators. But I like watching commentary about it and trying to keep my diet under control, which, by the way, has been... It's happening. It's just not happening great. I need to really get serious about the whole diet and exercise thing again. It's just really hard. But yeah, I started watching a bunch of different reactors because I refuse to watch Amberlynn or Chantel directly. I'm just not going to do it. And Steve and Mark became some of my favorites. Oh, they're awesome. But Mark does gardening, and he does crafts, and he does hauls and candles, and he has this whole Mondays with Mark thing, and it's awesome. Love Mondays with Mark. And Steve, you know, it's funny because I feel like I always feel like I am more similar to Steve sometimes. Ah, that was 20 minutes. Yeah, well, you know what? We're still here, Becky. But I also feel like I could probably sit and talk to both of them for hours. Oh, I like this music. What did I pick? Oh, it's Talador. Okay. Makes sense. There we go. Waterline. I absolutely. Yeah, I actually, right before I started this stream, was watching Zachary Michael's most recent video, but I haven't finished it yet. I like Zachary Michael. I love Milk Tea Reacts. I think she is one of just the most awesome people. Or at least she seems like it. And Pulpy Syntax just makes me smile because he's hilarious. You know what we need in this picture? We're going to need some stars here. Why? Because I like stars. But first, we need a little bit more of this. No, why do I always do that? How do I always do that? Come back here. Good picture. You know, sometimes being left-handed is a curse. Sometimes it's very amusing, but quite often being left-handed is a curse. Oh, Cinema Therapy is so good. You know, if you like cooking, Lori or Becky, watch Tasting History with Max Miller. He is so good. And he actually just put out a cookbook, which I was trying to find when I went into Escanaba and was not able to find, and that made me very, very sad. Because I 100% would have bought it. It's so funny because Max is a YouTuber. I remember I started watching him during the pandemic. And I think he only had like 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers when I first started watching him. And now he's got like 1 million, which is a little bit insane. And he just wrote his own cookbook. So it just goes to show, you never know where you're going to end up. You could end up writing your own cookbook. Just one little tree there. Oh, Max does historical cooking, which is even cooler. Like, one of the first recipes that he put out that kind of blew up and got super, super popular was for, what was it called? It's this weird fish sauce that was from ancient Rome. And now I can't remember it again. You would think, considering I was going to talk about it, that maybe I would be able to remember these things, but no. What was it called? It's... I can see it in my head. It's a fermented fish sauce. It's so weird. And I think the funniest video that I ever saw him do was a video for... it was a stag heart, I think. It was a Viking feast, and it was basically a stag's heart. And he actually cooked it and ate it. He also did an entire suckling pig for one episode. That was hilarious. I think sometimes it's funnier watching him taste something. Oh, garum! Thank you, Eleanor! Oh my gosh! You are awesome. Eleanor remembered it. It is called garum. It looks disgusting, but you know what? To each their own. But, yeah, sometimes watching him with his recipes is really funny when he doesn't like what he cooked. Hey, Scooter! We're drawing pictures. Because why not? It's a lot of fun. And we're talking about basically various YouTube shows and people. But yeah, the garum episode was hilarious. The stag heart episode was funny. I actually made a historical pecan pie that Max did as a recipe. It was really good. Yes, I have power, thankfully. I was so frustrated yesterday. In a way, I was more frustrated the day before, when every time I thought that things were fine, the power would go out again. In a way, as much as I hated not having power, it was kind of a relief when it just went out and stayed out. Not as much of a relief as it was when it came back on. But it just... I was a cranky person. But like I said, I actually got to finish 2 books while the power was being stupid. So that was good. There we go. Alright, I need a little bit of... I did not do layers this time. I usually do, but I did not do layers. So this is going to be one of those paintings where everything is just in one layer. There we go. Just need a little bit of that, and then I think not that color. There we go. But I want to go really diffuse. As I sit here talking to myself, it's fine. I like to talk to myself. So, Scooter, did you see all the, This is actually, you're very close, Eleanor. This is definitely WoW music, and it is Talador. So, you were basically right. And I just forgot what I was going to say, because that is just how Christines do. No comment, Scooter. Okay. Now we definitely need some stars in this sky, because I like them and because I have a good stamp for them. Oh no, you're fine. Oh. You know, from the way Max responded to the beef heart, he definitely said that the flavor wasn't the worst thing he had ever tasted, but that it was very, very chewy and tough. Which, right now, with as bad as my teeth are, I definitely could not handle. So, not a me thing, definitely. See, you can tell that I live someplace without much light pollution because all of my starscapes have got a lot of stars, even when there's still a sunset in the sky. Okay, that's not terrible. Shall we do one more? Because why not? Because, I mean, we've only been doing this for an hour and a half and I've done 2 pictures. Yay, this is kind of fun. I don't know what I want to do next, though. I should do something. The question is what? There we go. I even signed it again. Yay! Look at me signing my work. I'm so proud of myself. Alright, we're going to do one more, but I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if doing another nightscape is really the best plan. But let me save this one. I do like night sky, you know? I definitely enjoy a good night sky. Oh, and I just saved it in the wrong way. Oh well, that's fine. Oh my gosh, I made spare ribs today, and they turned out so good. I cooked them at about, what was it, about 200 for about 4 hours. And then after I cooked them for about 4 hours, I turned up the heat and I made some roasted potatoes. And when I do roasted potatoes, I just wash my potatoes really good and cut them into chunks. And then I sprinkle them with garlic, salt, and paprika. And I roast them in the oven for about 30 minutes at 400 degrees. And while that was roasting, I put the ribs back in with a barbecue glaze, you know, and just cooked them with the potatoes just long enough to get the barbecue glaze all like sticky and gooey and absolutely amazing. And then I just did a big thing of broccoli. So it was basically ribs and oven baked fries. It turned out so good. I was very pleased with it. Especially since yesterday, since we had no power, I ended up dinner was ramen heated up on the kerosene stove. So that was a very disappointing dinner. So having a delicious dinner was much, much better. You know? Like, I am much happier with good food. I also made a bunch of brisket the other day, but that's gone already. You know? Lori, that's called a staycation, and they are possibly the best types of vacation that you could ever have. At least in my humble opinion. I say that as someone who possibly would love to travel, but at the same time, meh. You know? Just meh. I mean, I like traveling, I just don't like driving to get there or to come home. If we could just develop some nice teleportation, I would be 100% all for it. Oh, I have not been on an airplane in a very, very, very long time. I think I might have told the story of why I don't like air travel. But if I haven't told the story, I grew up honestly thinking that my family was like poor, when in fact we were decidedly middle class. In fact, I think my dad was very, very good at saving. Like, I don't think he ever could have been considered rich. But I was fooled as a child into thinking that we had much less money than we did. And I discovered that we had money in high school when my dad decided that he had always wanted to be a private pilot. So he got himself pilot's license, and then he bought himself a Cessna twin-engine airplane. And I was like, really? Didn't you kind of tell me that I couldn't go to college because we couldn't afford it, and now you have an airplane? I mean, as an adult now, I kind of understand that he was just wanting something for himself, but as a kid, I was like, I could have gone to college for that. But yeah, so my very first time in an airplane was with my father, who decided to take me up and show me how airplanes could stall and they could kind of do dives. And he was also about a 3-pack-a-day smoker who smoked the entire time that we were in the airplane. And you can't exactly roll down a window in an airplane. It was a very unpleasant experience, and now whenever I think about going on a plane, that's all I can kind of think of. Is small, smoky, and doing these weird spins up in the air. It was not fun. So pretty much the only time I ever went on an airplane after that was when I joined the Army and flew to basic training, and then going from basic training out to AIT in Arizona, obviously was on an airplane, and then from Arizona to my duty station in Tennessee at Fort Campbell was again on an airplane. And I think that was it. I think that was the last time I was on an airplane was in 1991. So it's been a little while, you know. It's been a hot minute since I've been on an airplane. Oh my gosh, okay. Thank you so much, Stephen Mark. Thank you. I will see you guys Sunday. I love you too. You are so awesome. And I will eventually get your Christmas, wedding, everything present out to you. Mwah. Love you guys. Oh, I like driving, June. Driving is great. It's less great. You guys are the best. Driving is a lot less fun now that I'm getting older because my knees hurt, but I still like driving. Driving is kind of cool. I am much better at that than the thought of flying. Steve and Mark are the best. Like, they really are. They are so cool. Also, I got to be a virtual guest at their wedding in October. I mean, pretty much everybody who is a regular on their channel was a virtual guest because they live streamed part of the ceremony and a little bit of the reception, and it was so cute. They were so awesome. Oh my gosh. I probably would object less to flying if my first few flights had been not as traumatic as they were. Also, if you didn't know, this is kind of sort of a really bad version of Umbreon from Pokemon. Because he looked cute. And I decided that I wanted to try to draw him. Oh, ugh. I don't know. I did not enjoy the whole flying thing. That is definitely for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Alright, let's go into black. Ooh, that is really big. I feel like I'm probably just being the world's biggest baby about flying. Like, I know tons of people do it all the time, but at the same time, I'm just not that eager to do it anymore, if I ever was. I don't feel like I'm missing too much by being a big baby who doesn't want to fly anywhere. Although my son and my son-in-law have pointed out several times that it would be much easier to visit them if I would just get on an airplane. I'm like, yeah, but ew, flying's bad. I love drawing Pokemon because they're, in general, a fairly simple thing to draw. They've got fairly basic shapes and not impossible to do color scheme. So they're a lot of fun. Pokemon's kind of my go-to to draw when I just want to draw something fun to kind of loosen me up. It's so funny, speaking of other YouTubers, there's this Australian guy named Jazza, and he does a lot of different drawing things, and one of the things he likes to do is draw Pokemon in unusual ways. Like, he took a bunch of Pokemon and turned them into actual monsters, so they became less Poke and more Mon. And that was a funny video, but a little bit scary, not gonna lie. He did a good job of turning the Pokemon into the Mon part. Oh, hello, Hazel! We are doing pretty good. We did a couple of scenery paintings, and now I decided that Pokemon sounded like fun. I hope you're doing good. I'm doing much better than I was when our power was out. I have lights and heat and everything. Oh, I forgot if I told you guys or not, but I did run into the one bad thing that comes with spring, because after the snow and everything yesterday, it's back to being spring again here. And I was working out in the garden, and one of the bad parts about living in the woods and it being warm out was crawling up my leg. And if you said tick, you were right. So that's probably my least favorite thing about warm weather. But I would still take dealing with that over more snow right now. But I was like, really? It was snowing yesterday. It was snowing and freezing rain the day before. It's finally a little bit warmer, and there is a tick crawling up my leg. That's just disgusting. Kind of to be expected, I guess. I don't know, but still, ew. Ticks are gross. Oh! That still kind of sucks. I mean, I guess it could have been worse, but any increase just sucks. Oh, I forgot that he's supposed to have a circle on his head. Okay, well, that's fine. I need a very, very yellow. There we go. And go here. And go here. And then a little bit more narrow. Oh, so I was thinking, mostly because I checked in on my analytics just the other day, and I'm thinking when I hit the 2,000 subscriber mark, because oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm even saying those words out loud, but it's actually getting closer. But I'm thinking I'm going to do another art giveaway. I don't think it's going to be a t-shirt this time. I think I'm going to do, like, I'll find like a tote bag or a backpack or something and paint it like I did last time. And maybe I'll do more than one this time. But I'm thinking if I make it to 2,000 subscribers, maybe I'll do like 2 or 3 different art pieces and do it as a giveaway for when I get there. As a, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've gotten this far type thing. I think it could be a lot of fun. And if I do, it'll be the exact same as it was last time. It'll be just, you know, comment under whatever video I do of the process of making those art pieces to win them. What do you guys think? I mean, I know a lot of people do like gift cards and that, and it's cool, but I always feel like art is just so much more personal. Sounds good? Okay. I mean, I will keep an eye on my analytics, and if I hit the 2,000 subs, then we will totally do that. Which probably means I should go out and find a couple of things, because I'm sure one day, even if it's a year from now, I will make it to that mark. Oh, I love doing it though, Hazel. Like, you have no idea how much I like making stuff and knowing that somebody actually appreciates getting it. Otherwise, all of the art that I do just kind of ends up sitting in drawers in my house. Unless I can convince neighbors to take it. I'm like, hey, would you like a painting? I could totally give you a painting. I like homemade stuff. It's my favorite thing to do. And I'm even getting to the point where I'm like, okay, actually this isn't too bad. For a long time I was really afraid that people only took my stuff to be polite. But now I'm... Whoop! That wasn't what I meant to do. Hey! Well, that's weird. What just happened? I just lost my Pokemon! Oh my gosh. Guys, I just lost my Pokemon. Ooh, felt house shoes. I have never tried doing that, but I just lost my Pokemon. Is there more than one here? No. Alright, well, okay. I guess nobody, you know, the powers that be did not want the Pokemon anymore. Did I? I mean, I minimized, but I don't see another one, I don't think. This being left-handed thing is just bizarre. Oh, wait, maybe I did. No, that's not it. And there's only one of those. Well, I just feel dumb now. I lost my picture. I like 1,000% lost my picture. Is there another one there? Wait, let me see. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh well, I lost it. The Pokemon went poof. Yeah. Alright. You know, that is true, Scooter. But sometimes you really have to wonder, because I don't know where the Pokemon went. Good night, Lori. Thank you for stopping by. You know, Scooter, the biggest problem is being left-handed. You're always dragging your hand through. There is a tab called Not Saved. Is there? Alright, that was the sunset. Oh, there is! Oh my gosh, Eleanor, you're so awesome. At least I had saved the other two. So that's good. Okay, we're gonna finish this. Eleanor has saved the day. Thank you, Eleanor. Wow. Yeah. Alright. We're fine. I'm fine. This is fine. It's a good thing that there are people that are much more knowledgeable than me about this, because boy, oh boy, I feel a little bit on the dumb side. Just a little bit, though. Alright. Let's get back to it here. But seriously, thank you, Eleanor, because I would have just wandered around going, I lost it. I lost it. It's gone. And it wasn't gone. Look, it was right there. All along. You really are. Eleanor's pretty awesome. I know a lot of really awesome people. I am actually very grateful to know so many good people. Oh my goodness. I have the other two saved, but this one's not done, so why would I save it now? Just because I could potentially lose it at any moment because of my own silliness. I mean, you know. Actually, I'm not sure if I really like this one. It's okay, but I don't know that I love it. That being said, I don't think it's done yet. I need my blendy stick. There we go. A little bit small. A little bit small. There. Scooter, did you get the bad weather too? Did I already ask you that? I hope not, because sometimes I feel like I repeat myself far too many times. I know Pat said that they got some of the bad weather, but not quite as bad. It was weird because I was looking at that storm, at least until all of our radar died because power went out. And it was so localized, kind of over... you know what, Becky? I say it does. Hazel, I spent today, I mean, granted, I did end up with a tick on me, but I spent today, because it was not snowing anymore, filling my planter box that I made. It's not quite full yet, but it's getting there. And I am very, very excited because eventually I'm gonna have a garden. It's almost full. I've got a little bit more to go and then it's gonna be full. That is not the size I want. There we go. A little bit smaller. But yeah, I think if I can just get about 12 to 14 more wheelbarrow loads up out of the garden spot, then I am going to have my garden filled. And I'll be very exciting. Did I just say I'll be very exciting? Wow. Good job, Christine. You have got things going, although what, I'm not sure. Yeah, what was it Ryan Hall was saying? If any of you guys watch Ryan Hall, he's quite amusing. Weatherman. I think he was calling it an omega block that was kind of setting up and is the reason we got hit for so many days. It was a storm. And like I said, I could have gotten it so much worse, so I should stop complaining, but I'm human, so I'm going to complain. It's what I do. Thank you very much. Oh, see, I'm so excited that I have all the garden soil that has been amended at this place for like the last 50 years. And so I don't think I'm going to be purchasing any. It just takes a lot of sweat labor. Because the soil is there and oh, it's beautiful. Oh my gosh, you should see. No, I didn't see that, Hazel. You should see this soil. You know that stuff that they sell at garden centers that's so expensive, but it's that beautiful, like, jet black soil? That's what I have out in my garden bed. And so that is the reason why all I have to do is have the wherewithal to dig it up, which I'm doing. It is slow and it makes all of my body hurt, so I only do about 6 or 8 wheelbarrow loads a day. But it's almost there. I'm going to have it all into that garden bed soon. And don't worry, I will have it in Sunday's, like, vloggy thing. Vloggy thing. Is that actually what I said? That is what I said. But I will have some footage of it, hopefully filled. Alright, now we're going to give him a background. He's just kind of a sketch. Oh, container gardening can be good though, Hazel. I mean, I am very grateful for what I have, but even I will be doing some just container gardening. And I'm usually envious of other people's, like, either their weather or that they can grow things that I can't. I think everybody's envious of everybody else for different reasons. Alright, you need... Is that the one I need? No, that's not the one I need. What are you? That's what I want. Nope, that is not what I want. Actually, that might be what I want. And in that color. And a little bit bigger. Oh, I like that. You know, the one thing... I say you know way too much. I just realized that. Sorry about that. But something that I was thinking about recently is one good thing with the whole getting older. I'm starting to become a little bit more satisfied with what I have. Like, I think everybody always wants a little bit more than they have, but I am becoming more satisfied and a little bit less envious of other people. I mean, would I like to have hot weather? Honestly, no. Every time it gets hot up here, I turn into the biggest whiny baby, like possibly worse than I whine when it's cold. Because you can always remove clothes. Lick the stream. Oh my gosh, I love that, Becky. That's awesome. Yes, everyone, don't forget to lick the stream. Okay, that's gonna be my new favorite thing. Lick the stream. Oh, that was good. I really like this crackle. It is really fun. You licked the stream. Yay! Licking the stream is fun. Oh, I meant to ask, is anyone following along with either The City Who Fought or the Alana books? Because they both have a few things that I wouldn't mind talking about. Mostly in the... what was I going to say? Good question. What was I going to say? Oh, something that I had already a little bit talked about with the consent and age differences and all of that. And because somebody had asked me once about the Rowan Damia type thing that Anne McCaffrey wrote, and why I had said that I didn't think I would be reading that series even though I really liked it. And then I was thinking about it as I was reading the Alana book, especially when I started thinking about George kissing Alana, and he is definitely much older than her, and things along those lines. And I was like, you know, people are going to think I'm a hypocrite reading this one when I said that I didn't want to read the Tower and the Hive series because of... which it might have sounded like I didn't want to read it because of the age difference. But I think the biggest thing with that... Oh, the Alana books are so good. Oh my gosh. Becky, I've already read the first one. There's 4 in the series, and they're so good. Oh my god, Wheel of Time is so good. Wheel of Time is amazing. Don't apologize, Hazel. But anyway, what I was going to say with the whole Anne McCaffrey versus the Alana books and age gaps and things like that is, for me, in the Tower and the Hive series, especially the book Damia, it's not so much the age difference between Damia and Aphra. That doesn't actually bother me. The thing that bothers me and that makes it so I don't actually want to read that series out loud on channel is it kind of smacks of grooming, if you know what I mean. Because not only is Aphra, like, I think 40 years older than Damia when they get married, he's known her since birth and was her godfather. And I think that's the part that rubs me the wrong way. It's not the age difference, it's the power dynamic difference, I guess. And that's why it doesn't bother me as much in the Song of the Lioness books, because there's not the power imbalance, if that makes any sense. So I figured I would just explain myself here as to why I'm reading that series and not the other. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. And yeah, Becky, it is absolutely fine, although I can tell you, I think you would really enjoy it. It's a very good series. You've got your plucky, strong female lead character and all of her shenanigans, and it's a really good series. I think you would really enjoy it. But, you know, there is always the comfort zone. And eventually, when I finish with probably the Alana books, then like I said, I found this book after 35 or 40 years of trying to remember what it was. And so the fact that I now have it and that I read it and now I know why I've been looking for it for the past 35 or 40 years, it is such a good book. Now I know why it stuck with me for so long. After I read it again, I was like, this is so great. So yeah. So that one will be coming on channel eventually. Just have to get through the rest of the Song of the Lioness. So yeah, I think we've had a lot of fun. Oh, I mean, I don't think you would have trouble following it, but then again, I've already read it, so obviously, yeah. Hopefully you would be able to follow it, but I don't know. Anyway, I think we are done, and I just realized, thanks to Eleanor, that I can actually show you guys all these again. So we have cute little Umbreon, and then we have Sunset, and we have an Aurora. Yay! We did pictures. I'm so excited. It was a lot of fun. But Becky, I think you would enjoy, but it is totally up to you. Oh, well, you know, see? There you go. And that was a fun one. Alana has a lot more adventure than Tales of a Fourth Grade Nothing. So, there's that. It's a good story. Anyway, I am going to get off because I definitely need bed. It's been a few days. Thank you so much, June. I really appreciate that. You guys validate me a little bit. I feel better. Usually I'm like, oh, this is terrible. And then I just scrap it. So thank you guys so much. Don't forget to lick the stream. Because, you know, you gotta lick the stream. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. And if you are in the mood for a little bit of World of Warcraft, that is what we are going to be streaming on Friday. It will be at 10 p.m. Eastern. I think we only have like 4 more levels until we hit level 70, which is absolutely bananas, crazy, insane. So that is what the plans are for Friday, and I will see you guys all later. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay warm, drink water, and I'll see you guys later.